in and going back out. So I'm not sure if there is a problem with the connection, but you're there now.
Yeah,
So
man.
you're right. I'm hearing you better, and you're there.
Thank you
So
so
how
much.
are you?
I thank you so much for always being a supporter of the Island Music
Absolutely.
Conference. We appreciate that as we try to ensure that the Caribbean steps out with one major footprint in terms of in the world of music, as we have connectivity with the powerhouses. When we meet in Jamaica every February during Reggae Month, and of course, we have plans to move through the other islands with the Island Music Conference, which happens every February. It means that every person, no matter what your role is within the music industry, you are a part of the Island Music Conference. You need to get to Jamaica or wherever we are at the time. This
Hmm.
it happens February 19 through 23. It happens in Kingston, Jamaica. The panels are held at the Island Cinema in New Kingston. So the Island Music Conference, it's happening in New Kingston, Jamaica. This is our third year. We are so pleased with how we grow and develop each year. We're so pleased with the participants who roll out. We're so pleased with the capacity for networking. We've had so many successes. I would have spoken to you about
Absolutely.
having
TJ.
Steve Carless from Warner
Yes.
Records at the
Yeah.
Island Music Conference. And then
Yeah.
when he did the song Drift, he was signed to Warner. I also mentioned to you last year that whilst we were planning last year and we were trying to get another member of the financial team from Mayberry to be on a panel, he was actually gone to Africa to have a meeting with
Ah.
persons he met at the Island Music Conference.
Wow.
Basically a win-win. And this year again, we have YouTube, we have Spotify, we have Meta, we have AudioMac, we have VP Records. The list just keeps getting bigger and bigger. We have iHeart, we have S Curve Records. When we look at,
Mhm.
we're bringing in 15 of the globe's top DJs. And that's gonna be great because they're going to be competing with each other. That's going to be awesome.
This is wonderful.
You can also
Wonderful.
go to the website. Anybody listening, please just go to the website and see what we have. Go to the schedule. So go to the website. It's islandmusicconference.com. Don't drop any letters. It's just islandmusicconference.com. Click on schedule and you'll see some of the topics that we have.
Right. Now, let's wire back down a little bit, Judy. I mean, this was birthed out of the need. I think Shaggy is is the chairperson out of this as well. This was birthed, and of course, when you hear Shaggy is involved, you definitely know that you know what the idea and what the aim is. It's definitely to bring some level of enhancement back to the island and how it is we handle the professional side of it. Because we listen, we're not lacking talent. Talent we have in abundance, so we do have the creativities. But what we something find is getting that creativity from being just a hobby to really dominating and surpassing and going out there, and persons are actually being able to this industry really being one that is flourishing the way it's supposed to. And I mean, we are doing well. We have been doing well in that regard. But there is so much more that we can achieve if we understand, and we're speaking with a more or less like a one voice, like we understand what we're working with, and we move as a body, and we can present as a body to the powers that be out there, or the markets that we are trying to penetrate. So let's talk to how it is that the industry personnel within islands like St. Lucia, islands like the small islands like Grenada, the St. Vincent, and any of the Caribbean islands, how why or how beneficial it is for them to connect at that level. I mean, you just mentioned some of the things that happens there, but really and truly drive it home for me. Why is it important? If somebody is within the musical field, or whichever way, whether it's a musician, a producer, once they decided this is what their calling is, why it is so important for them to make that investment and come on over and experience at that level at the IMC.
One of the things that Shaggy normally says is there is the music business and then there is the business of music.
Hmm.
So, as a creative, understand whether you are a part of the business of music. Hmm? You have a particular number of persons on your team. Do you even know what each one does? Do you understand? Are you in the right conversations? What Island Music Conference also does is puts you in a room with people that you may have gone through your entire musical career and have never been in the room with. I mean, last year our keynote, one of our keynotes was Wyclef Jean. He came to speak about sync, the difference, and you would have seen what Maya
Yeah.
said in Blavity. So Maya was there last year too, and she told Blavity that this is the hands down the best conference she has ever been to. In terms of, we don't keep the speakers away from you. So there they are on the stage. You can see them at a distance. No, they're right there. You can speak to them. You can ask the questions that you would like to whilst they're on the panel. And then afterwards, they're not whisked away to somewhere else. They're right there. They're seated in the audience with you. You can book a one-on-one with them. They're outside. They're staying in the same hotel that you are staying in. So this level of networking is not what you are accustomed to, and we intend to keep it that way. The atmosphere of the conference also. I'm dying for you to come. I hope you get to come this year.
I hope so too. I hope so too.
Atmosphere of it. People tell you things that you would have to pay them hundreds of thousands of dollars to tell them. I mean, I remember when we did the contracts, copyrights, and royalties panel, and these are top music attorney, top entertainment attorneys from across the globe again. And they just sat there telling people what to do and what to look for in your contract and how to not sign this and how to not sign that. They showed
Wow.
people were able to stand up and say, well, my contract said so and so and so, and they gave them the advice. No, for me, that's what blows me away every year. How people come with a willingness to share and they go ahead and share. So the networking is just tremendous. And the topics that we're touching, we have people. So this year we're doing a topic called the digital economy of music. And what it does is allow you to understand. Know that you're no longer moving vinyl records and you're no longer moving CDs. But what you're doing is going through, you're going on to playlisting, you're being streamed. What does that mean for you in terms of how you earn? The artist now has to do a lot more performances globally in order to make money. What does that look like? What do your royalties look like? Know that you go through all these other companies. Who makes the money? What percentage of the money do you get? You need to understand the complete digital economy of the music, what's involved in it. And on that, we have United Masters. On that, we have Sony. We have the VP of International Publicity at Sony. On that, we have Gordon Chambers, singers, and we also have Walter Tucker from Live the Biz at the biz. So, in terms of the caliber of persons that we bring to the table, we also have a keynote one-on-one with Chris Anakute. Now, for persons who do not know who Chris Anakute is, you need to go look that up. He's this amazing record executive behind Katy Perry and Rihanna out of the Caribbean. That's somebody else you need to be looking at. We have a Grammy conversation. So we're bringing in a couple members of the Grammy team. Len Brown is there, Ashley Thomas
Got
from the
stuck a bit.
Grammys, and Brittany Presley, and they're all
We're talking to Judith Bodley. Of course, she is part of the IMCD Island Music Conference, which is in its third year,
seems we
happening
got
in Jamaica.
disconnected for
Okay,
a
so there
minute.
you are.
But I was
Yes,
telling you
yes.
that we're bringing in three
The
members of
Grammys, yeah, from the
the
Grammys.
Grammy team, and they're coming. So persons can even understand. You say you want to win a Grammy, but what is it that you need to do? What is it that you need to submit? How do you get to be a voice? And in terms of who decides who wins this Grammy, you can't just stay outside and complain. Boom, in the like who won it? Yeah,
Yeah.
but
You know how
what did you
technology
do?
are.
Did you play your part? Did you
Yeah, we're getting a little cut in and out with the connection, but we're here.
I'm
We're
back
back
with you
again.
again.
Yes, we're back.
There's a conversation about what makes a hit song. We have Stacey Barth. Stacey Barth writes for
Yeah.
Beyonce. We have
Yes.
Damon Duck Johnson, who is out of the United States too. So just that was just me giving you a brief. We're talking about, is music success a numbers game? You need to understand, all of a sudden now, in order to be even signed, sometimes they look at your
Numbers.
stats online, and if
Yeah.
you're not already making an impact, they don't want to sign you. So what kind of numbers game is it that you have to play to stay on a label? Or even if you're going to do it yourself, what are some of the things that you have to do?
Absolutely. Well, this is just so complete. And I just hope, I wanted to get that conversation out because the last year when I,
Somehow
I
I'm not
mentioned,
hearing you. I don't know if you're
oh,
hearing me, but I'm
I
not
am hearing you. I'm hearing you.
not hearing you at all.
I'm hearing you. I am hearing you. So I'm not sure. Are you hearing me now? No? I'm not sure. I am hearing you.
Don't know why I'm.
I'm not too sure. All right, so we lost her for there for a minute. She might just come back into the broadcast, but it is so vital for us to have an understanding. Like I said, the talent is there, but what do you do with talent? St. Lucia now is, continuing to make an impact, and the world is looking in, and no, we have a lot of really really talented people on the island who is definitely worthy of being able to be out there on the world stage as far as the industry is concerned. But we tend to be having this sort of, that's sort of like a little barrier. So putting yourself in a position where you can grasp and gather all that you need to know concerning the industry where it's heading, you've got to do that in order for you to definitely reap the benefit, and see the best of your fruit, the fruit of your fruit's labor, the labor of your fruits meet its potential. You definitely have to be aligned with these things. You've got to be willing to invest in yourself as well. The Island Music Conference continues to grow, and I want you guys to understand this. Give yourself the opportunity now to get on board, because I mean, kudos to the St. Lucians who did so last year. I believe we had guys like KO and them who also was over there. I think I've seen expression from that young producer right there, Elmo has given me some very very, he wants to be, so I'm guessing by this year he would have set himself up and try to make it over there as well. But this is something for us, and I say for us because what we do have, we have people who are from the Caribbean who understands the Caribbean side of things, and is, and were able to cross send over there, so they know what is expected out there, but they also have a blatant understanding of what it is that we offer and what it is that we have, and how it is that we can capitalize on what we have. And it's like the best of both worlds. So I think it's because, okay, you can go to a conference in the UK, you can go to a conference there, but it may not be curated specifically, or touched on the heartstring as it would when Caribbean persons who understand the Caribbean background, the Caribbean music, Caribbean culture is able to put it together. I think we are more who best to tell our story, like they normally say. So I do really do believe that we need to do what is necessary and invest in ourselves. Judy, you're back. Let me see if we're getting. Are you hearing me? You hearing me now? Yeah.
Loud and clear now.
All right, and I'm hearing you as well. So good. We go. We good to go. We definitely good to go.
Very,
Yeah, the connection seems to be bad.
some very strong points that you made, Maureen. And let me say this. Each one needs to teach one. So I'm tired of when we talk about who is doing well from the Caribbean, and you're
Yeah.
going to call out there who are the top Caribbean, and you can only fill one hand,
Yeah.
right? No, when three of us go through the gate, or even
Yeah.
five of us go, bring the rest. Learn what it
Absolutely.
is. Bring the rest. Bring the rest so that the Caribbean can have greater reckoning. So that when people talk about what they're going to do with the Caribbean, we don't hear things being said like, we don't have enough numbers down here. Come
Yeah.
on. If you put
Mhm.
all of us together, we are more than a lot of the major countries.
Absolutely.
So therefore, let's come together. Let's do what we expected of CARICOM in
Yeah.
terms all of us getting together for the music. And then, can you imagine the types of genre bonding that can happen if we
Yes.
get together and do all of this? Shaggy has collaborated with so many Caribbean artists. And the thing is, when you get there, he speaks to you like he knew you from 10 years.
I know, right?
With him, anything. When Wycliffe was there, same thing. Same thing with Maya. Accessibility and all the Jamaican
Mhm.
are on the ground. Beanie Man's been there. Bounty Killer has been there. All of the top artists. Last year, Joshua was on the show. The Marleys were there. So it is an experience that you will never forget. And then you should just keep coming, because as you continue to build your career, last year we did the first songwriters workshop, which was
Yes,
by Mikey Bennett. Fascinating, just fantastic. And so now there's a group that everybody is in that was a part of it, and they communicate with him like every day. They keep posting, "Hey, Uncle Mikey, I did this song, I did that song. This is what I know on YouTube. This is what's playing on the radio for me." And so you're creating a Caribbean community where creatives can always have a conversation with mentors who can actually elevate you to the next level whilst you elevate yourself.
absolutely. Well said, Judy. Let's talk a little bit about the songwriting contest again. How does it work? Can you break it down? I mean, because I had songwriters here who are asking if they're not at the conference, if they can still submit. So they want to break down, like, I would like you to break it down so we can have a better understanding. How does that work?
Mhm. So we're looking at online, but we haven't done that yet. We want people in the space to participate and really get the experience. So what's happening this year, and Chase Fund is actually sponsoring us this year. We're not able to fly in persons, but certainly if you are going to be able to make your way to the conference, go ahead and submit. What happens is that a team of songwriters, they go through what you have and they will select the top 15. Then you will be made aware of whether you made it through, and then you make your way to the conference. Once you get to the conference, you have all access.
Oh,
So it's not like the regular person that has to pay to get there. You have,
okay.
you attend every single thing free.
Wow, this is amazing stuff. Now we give out the website again, Judy, because I know a lot of my creatives, their ears are now picked up, and it's definitely something of interest, and they would need to follow because there's a lot going on there. The IMC has a lot going on because over that span of that couple of days, you guys have really packed in, a lot, and it's good because it means now you get that value because you don't just go over and there and you just get to be exposed to one thing. I guess you guys try to cover as much ground as possible. So it's quite a lot. And the website is well flourished. And I guess they can get all of the information from there as well. So
Yeah.
what's the website again?
Register. You can register on the website. Now, if you're a part of a creative agency, so if you're a part of a regular, a registered creative agency within the Caribbean, then you get 50% off. So we will send you let us know. We will send the code. We'll send a
Mhm.
code to the agency in your country, and they
Oh,
will share it with you. And when you log on to the website to register, then you will put in that code and you're able to get that 50% discount. If anyone wants to advertise in the magazine, every year we put out a magazine. Again, that's something that you can do. You will see a button that says advertise with us. You can click on that and you can go ahead. And because who sees this magazine? All the names that we have called. So all of these
right.
come in, each person gets a magazine. And the magazine is also put out online. So it is of worth for you to try and advertise in the magazine. There's also the chairman's dinner, which is always amazing. It was so good for both years. So that's something that we start out with. So we start out on the 19th with panels. In the evening, Shaggy welcomes everybody with the chairman's dinner. This is not something that anybody should miss. Trust me. We have a keynote from from Dougie Fresh. So our
Ah,
keynote here. Dougie Fresh is a keynote, and also Brandon Bakshi. Now, if you're not familiar with who Brandon Bakshi is, please go and look him up.
looking up. Absolute.
Come on now. And his keynote speaks to drugs and the entertainment industry. And he speaks to his own journey with drugs and the overcoming of it, and how he got to the positions of power that he did, but also going into drugs and the entertainment industry because he thinks it's something so important to share, you know?
Wow.
as so many persons within the industry sometimes fall by the wayside because of that.
Wow. It's so extensive, man. And you know what? I'm listening to this, and you know what? It's my hope that, in future, all creatives could find at least, to be able to culminate and be a part of this experience, because it is, we need it. And you know what? We have enough amongst ourselves. Our talent is great and wide. We have a lot of talented creatives, and we just need to harness it. Get the people who have learned what it takes. And
We have from as far as South Africa. We had the music, the culture minister from Nigeria coming in last year. We had three artists out of Nigeria. So we have a plethora of persons from across the Caribbean, but also out of the UK, out of the US, out of Canada. We had one person from Japan even. So in terms
wow.
what our reach is, it is tremendous. And as more of us jump on board with the understanding that we are all building together, because that's one of the
Yeah.
major problems, when we don't decide to build together, when we decide that somebody gets a little piece of something, I'm going to hide it and run
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah. It's
Don't do
mine. Keep it to myself. Hold on to that. Don't let anybody else get it. That kind of attitude is what's been crippling us in that industry and in life, in general. Judy, I hope we get to speak a little
go
bit.
to go to the website. It's
Yes.
islandconference.com. You can also check us out on IG, but go to the website. That's where you register. Any questions that you have about the conference, you can get them answered on the website, islandmusicconference.com. Again, the website, islandmusicconference.com. On IG, we are at Island Music Conference. And if you would like to send us a message, if you want to speak with me further, if you want some information, some questions answered, you can email us at the Island Music Conference at gmail.com. So it's the Island Music Conference at gmail.com. The website is islandmusicconference.com. On IG, we are at Island Music Conference. Find us wherever. You can find us on Twitter. You can also find us on Facebook. We're on LinkedIn. So just become a part of the movement. Become a part of the island movement as we unite the world through music. We start in the region as we unite the world through music. We have influenced so much. Come on, guys. You know how much the Caribbean has influenced global music. So let's not just sit back.
Yeah, yeah, total. I totally agree. Judy, we're gonna definitely be in touch. And you know what? As we get closer, we're gonna continue to get more information on that as well. Of course, once my creators start reaching out, and if the need be again, I'm definitely gonna rope you in again. So we could
Have,
continue to give them the information that they need.
have Shaggy on the 7th.
Yeah, Shaggy's going to be joining us on the 7th. Absolutely. We look forward to that. We look forward to that conversation again. But Judy, thank you very much. Thank you for the time. And we look forward to, the future of this. This is definitely needed.
hmm hmm Thank you,
Absolutely.
Mareen, and thank you for the work that you do.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Big up, man. Give me the Jamaican there. Big up everybody on the team for me. Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Certainly. Wonderful. All right. So there you have it, guys. That's Judith Bodley. And of course, she is from the Island Music Conference. Um, you know, quite a music industry guru, if you want to say that. Best friends to Sharon Burke, and of course, those of you who are in the industry and know who Sharon Burke is, and Solid Agency. Yeah, so the Island Music Conference is definitely something I think we should all, as creatives, even the creative industry here, should probably, we could probably no, don't worry, hush your mouth, girl, hush your mouth. All right, hush your mouth. We'll talk. We'll deal with that. But nonetheless, yeah, we'll deal with that. But nonetheless, man, it's definitely something that is needed. We have all the talent. We are not lacking in that department. We've got all of the creatives. We have already established that. We got what it takes. So it's about us now doing what is necessary to put ourselves at the next level, the highest one. finding ourselves in the zones, connecting the way we need to, getting informed, educating ourselves on all of the different aspects of the industry that that hinders us, so that we can push past them, and we can start realizing returns on our talents and our gifts. All right, it is now 5 o'clock. That's our time check. It's Radio Caribbean International. When we come back, it's a half hour with the compliments of Legacy.
This is the Caribbean Sound. Radio Caribbean International. #1.
This one will be the biggest ever! It's Legacy 2025, the Independence Edition, featuring two of the Caribbean's greatest icons, the soca queen herself, Alison Hines. Alison Hines! And the region's groovy master, the man with the most groovy hits ever, Rupee! And then the St. Lucian Giants, King Sly. Calypso legends, Papa Vader, King Ashanti, Robbie, the grand return of Alpha. Legacy 2025 is gonna be amazing. Saturday, February 8th, 8 p.m. at the Pavilion. Limited early bird $100, regular $120. Tickets available at Steve's Barbershop and The Wave. Sponsored by KFC, Republic Bank, Massey Stores, IBS Solutions, Climax, Peter Bear, The Citizens, Blow, and the Independence Committee.
Look at